Hi everyone, this is Susan Serway-Fertig with Susan Serway Art and Design. I thought I would share with you a couple of pieces from A Grapevines Persona, A Grapevines series. These are artworks that are limited editions. They are inspired by grapevines, wines, wine tasting world, going to various different vineyards and everything. So I thought I would share with you a couple of these pieces today. So this is my first one. This is Chardonnay Vine 4, and mainly the title of the piece comes from the type of grapevines I actually took a picture of at a vineyard. These specific Chardonnay grapes were taken at Fallcrest Vineyards, which is located in the Russian River Valley, in Sonoma County in Sebastopol, California. As you can see, the silhouettes are something that I really work with. So in one computer program, I create the silhouettes from the original photography of the Chardonnay grapevines, and then I do a photo montaging technique on the interior with multiple extra shots of wines and grapes and vines and leaves. So you really get a dynamic detail work on the interior of the piece itself. So it's kind of like a digital collage is the best way to describe it. So within the shapes of the grapevines themselves, you get multiple grapes and grapevines and leaf patterns, and that just brings a more dynamic quality to the pieces. I love this piece in particular because of the line quality of the grapevines themselves. So you get these nice little curlicues, these delicate little intertwines of the vines growing as they produce the grapes. So moving on to the next piece. Let me actually continue on with this. This is a 16 by 20 format. It's printed on aluminum metal, and this is actually a little bit of a thinner metal than my typical high glossy finish pieces like the ones behind me. And because of that, I was using a different printer, and they are on special right now. It's a limited edition. It's one of 25, and their special price is $250 rather than the more expensive price of the thicker aluminum. So this is number one. As you can see on the back, it's got a hanging device, D-hooks, all ready to go on the wall. So this is a Chardonnay Vine 4, and I'm going to move on to another composition. So once again, this is from my Persona, A Grapevines Persona series, inspired by love of wine. And wine tasting I sort of got into due to my husband. When we were dating, we would go wine tasting, and he would introduce me to different boutique wineries, which is typically where we like to go wine tasting. And when we would go, I would always have my camera with me. So I would take photographs of the vineyards, and really was inspired. And because of those photographs, I then brought them into the computer to make new art compositions like this one. So this is actually, the silhouettes are based off of Pinot Gris grapes. Pinot Gris Vine 1 is the name of this composition. It is a 16 by 20 aluminum metal print. This actually was taken, the silhouettes were taken at J Vineyards and Winery, and that's located in the Russian River Valley in Healdsburg, California. What I love about this is you get these lovely earth tones in this composition, the movement of the grapevines and the leaves and the grapes on the interior. I'm gonna pull in for a little bit more of a close-up so that you can really see the layering of the different layers of the grapes and the vines and the photographs on the detail work inside the composition. Like the previous work before, it is all ready to hang. On the wall, the aluminum is a wonderful way to exhibit artwork in pieces. I love it because you don't need necessarily a frame. You can either hang it on the wall, all done. You can frame it if you feel like you would like to, but that's your choice. Okay, and moving on to my the third composition today I wanted to highlight. This composition is called Zinfandel Vine 1. And obviously the name comes from the grapes that create the silhouette of this composition. These were Zinfandel or Zin grapes. And the fun thing about this composition is that this actually was in a private winery of some friends of mine. When they purchased their home, they actually had grapevines on the property. And so the first year that they harvested their grapes, they invited Mark and myself to come and pick them. So this was right before picking these grapes. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of work. If you've never picked vines during harvest, this was quite an experience. So once again, the silhouettes on this composition are Zinfandel grapes. Friends, they were actually grown in Marin County in San Rafael. And I just love the movement and the line quality of this composition. I really also like these darker greens. And so if you look at the detail work, you see a little bit of a reflection, but you can really see the intricacy and the layering on the interior of the silhouettes in my work. Layering is such a big, important quality of my work that I try to share with everybody. So anyway, this is Zinfandel Vine 1 composition, and it is also a 16 by 20 metal print. And I believe I have two more for you today. As you can tell, I do brightly colored works. So this is vine number 3. This actually, I do not know the specific grapes that I was photographing at this property, but this is from the Benacer Vineyard, which is located in St. Helena, Appalachians, and that's located in Napa, California. And as I said, the wonderful thing about going to a vineyard, going wine tasting is that you can usually walk through the property and see the grapevines in process as they're growing the grapes, and really just sort of enjoy the atmosphere. I mean, that's the most fun part about going for wine tasting anyway. And as I said before, I always take my camera with me. So I either have my camera, which is a Canon 30D I shoot with, or I have my iPhone with me, which takes surprisingly really good pictures. And so once I come back to the studio, I do color corrections, and then I create the silhouettes in one computer program using the base of the photographs of the actual grapevines themselves. So you get this natural quality, the detail work of the grapevines, beautiful line quality, as well as the beautiful shapes of the leaves themselves and the grapes themselves. And then from there I do a photo montaging technique on the inside of the silhouettes, so you get a lot of layers upon layers, almost a digital collage type work. So I'm going to come in close again on this composition. Hi everyone, so nice to see you here. So these are detail work. You can see the grapes are intertwined with the leaves and the grapevines, and it really brings in a dynamic quality. This once again is a metal print. This is actually printed directly on the metal. So instead of getting a pure white with this specific print, you get sort of this silvery gray tone for all the whites, which gives it a different luminosity to the piece. And then my last composition, let me bring this up here. Another brightly colored piece. So this is vine number 11, and this is also from the Benacer Vineyard, which is located in St. Helena, Appalachian, which is located in Napa, California. And I just love the movement in the pieces, and grapevines are just such an inspiration to me. I've always loved nature, and so this is a way for nature to come more into my artwork. In different ways rather than a traditional photograph. I do my digital art compositions from them. So once again, this last piece is vine number 11. This is a 16 by 20 aluminum metal print. They are a limited edition, so they're one of 25 at this size, and they're also available for purchase on my website at susansurbayart.com. So feel free to look around. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I would love to take you through or give you more information about any of my artwork, and hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.